Wait,
Hello,
wait for me.
there we go. Oh, this is the second time that the first thing that comes up on the VOD is you shouting, "Wait! Don't do it yet!
It's almost as if
You're
he isn't
miles
looking.
away! What are you doing?" I like how you were stood next to like a rank of 20 tanks and you walked. Probably for the best though. The factory would be doomed if you tried taking a tank to here.
Would you guys have wanted me to turn up in a tank?
No.
I mean, I don't think we would have been surprised.
Hello.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Hello.
Hey there.
Bye.
Later.
Bye,
I'm making a
Sheepdog.
triangle because I don't know. We're not in a line, so we're gonna make some sort of shape. There we
We're
go.
in line.
Alright, let's get
You
back
want
to
an
work.
intro?
It's been like, I don't know, I don't care. They know what this is. This is like episode 13.
Depends how long you make your videos.
It's very true. I bet you Sheepdog isn't on 13 at this point.
I am on like 20 something, and they're not all out yet.
No, don't let them look behind the veil, Sheepdog. Also, are we not making enough cogs?
Probably not. That is the secondary concern most Factorio games have behind not having enough iron.
Let's go and have
We
a
don't
look
have
at
enough
cogs.
gears because we don't have enough iron. We don't have enough iron because we don't have enough iron, or we don't have enough iron, or because
Christ,
we
where
don't
are
have
the
enough
cogs being
miners.
made? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're not getting enough iron through here at all.
We just need to build more miners on the deposit we already have, and we'll be fine-ish.
We've got
Fine
4, maybe 5 factories.
Where are the
Working.
cogs? Oh, they're here.
I think we're going to have to red...
Right, I was in the middle of setting up purple science. It's like 70% done.
Okay, I'm going to put red belts on the iron. That's my job.
It doesn't
today.
help though, does it? That's what everyone keeps saying.
What do you mean it doesn't help?
We need more iron ore. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, are we fully mined out?
Well, it's just that the miners we've got aren't providing enough. There's still some space on the deposit in the north-ish middle, really.
The northish middle. But the north is just going to steel, isn't it?
No, that's going everywhere.
Is it? Oh, is it all
I
joined
stole
up now?
most of the iron supply and piped it round the site to my smelters.
Can I ask, what's this?
What's what? Where? Who? Where are you?
There's just a big square of or rectangle of.
Oh. Well, this should be smelting,
Oh, this was...
but it's not.
I don't know if I set this up or somebody else, but it's for making more copper, but we don't need more copper right now, I guess.
Ah.
Wait, wasn't this more iron? And then we
Maybe it
changed
was
the
that,
iron.
and then you looted it or something. I think this is
No,
newly
we
built.
No, our iron is up
We
north. This was
diverted the
copper.
iron.
I think we just set this up ready if we needed to increase our copper, because we can just double it with that by turning that on. Please don't get run over by a train. I don't want to be the first. It's utterly terrifying. Right.
This is the 13th episode for me, so it could be unlucky for somebody. Nobody's safe till in an hour's time. That's how it works,
Should
right?
we talk about the just so that it's out there? Should we talk about the thing that we're talking about?
What thing?
The event at the end.
No.
No? Wait, why not?
Because we literally just started.
Well, best time. People are still paying attention.
Shouldn't you save it for the last episode? Why am I here? I think I got lost looking for Bentham. Wow.
Well, to be fair, Bentham is here, so are you really lost?
you succeeded.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
Congratulations,
hurt any
Lego Man.
less.
Your quest is complete. You have found me.
You
Oh,
may
that's
rest
good.
now.
Completed.
So we're not going to talk about it.
Well, I thought wouldn't you want to save it?
Why would you want to save it?
We've barely made any plans.
Yeah. I mean, we could just
how
spend
much-
this episode making plans, I guess.
How much do you need to... That reminds me, I should probably start... We probably want to start, researching and building armor. And,
Yeah, Yeah, I've still got
we
heavy
probably
armor.
also want to maybe start training in some iron ore from another place as well.
Yeah.
Because this is not going to last forever, and we've lost a lot of miners.
Yeah, we probably need some soon. Where's the nearest iron?
Uranium.
I think it's over to the left,
3.
isn't it?
Oh, well, there is the
There's
iron that
1.4.
surrounds...
Tears.
There's the iron that surrounds the copper in the south.
There's not much of it, though.
It's, I guess not.
And it's kind of awkward. We've already got miners on it as well.
I'm going to pick
There's
up all
not
the
that
dead
much iron around. Jeez.
There is some over by Daddy's Cellar of Tears. There's like 2.2 million.
Yeah, we should probably go and get that.
That's probably the best
Maybe
one to
we
go
could
for.
ship that in.
And there's another 1.4 million up by the hardest quality wood.
Hardest quality. Oh, there is, isn't there?
That
might be easiest to get a train up to, Bentham. If we go straight up from the second mecha, from the Mecha Hitler face.
Laser.
No.
There's stuff in the way.
Hitler.
There's too much crap in the way. We can't really go north with
No.
the rail network.
What you can do is we'll extend the rail line so the circle goes over to the left a bit.
Actually, at the moment, the T-junction in the rail network, we could technically just go north from that, because everything here is random bits of belts and furnaces that we want to remove soon. And then we just have a nice central
Where
branch.
are you talking? Can you...
The T-junction in the rail network.
Just underneath fucking Iron B here?
Yes. We can...
Who let Sheepdog name things?
I made the mistake of suggesting that it was a thing that could be done.
If we do take it straight north from there, we're going to have to go straight past Prolapse.
That is a place we will have to pass, yes?
What did you just... What were those words that you just said, Sheepdog?
It's like just a bit north of you.
That's one of those
Bentham.
sentences where like no one has ever said it before.
You know where Sansimer is? Sansimer?
Huh?
Could you move that station over? And then... Because there's a gap that's just belts. We could run... Like the other side of the
coal?
Bus. We could maybe, if we can get a circle there. It is going to cover some of that coal, though. But we are using nuclear. Or you can just go
I do want
down
to get
from
rid of all the
Fourth
furnaces
Reich
that we
straight
have
across.
anyway. All the steel furnaces. I was going to get rid of those and replace them all with electric ones soon. So that will become an empty space anyway.
Oh, there's 1.1 million up by Peachy's empty sack. And there's 4.1 coal up there as well.
Oh,
with a little bit of iron.
What's that? 1.1, 1.4.
We don't really need coal. We've still got 2 deposits in the middle of the
2.2.
base.
Yeah, but just it's a...
Yeah, that's true. If we run a rail line up to where it says therefore, next to this Kevin space, that does mean we can, if we need to, we can mine that coal and then put it straight onto a train afterwards when we need it. But we're going to have to clear out a couple of bases near there.
I'll clear out the possible location of British spies.
Yep. And then we need to go to the one
Have
by
we yet verified
empty sack.
the existence
We haven't
of
been
British
over there.
spies
That's
in
only
that area?
1.1 million, though. Wouldn't it be better to invest in the 2.2 million in Daddy's Cellar of Tears?
The 2.2
'Cause there's
is
oil
a
there
fair
as
bit
well.
better. It'll last us... it's...
He's going to be like this forever, okay, Bentham?
Yeah.
You can't fix it.
I just use compass directions and pretend the names don't exist.
Oh, God. All the junction that sheepy names sound like fetish clubs.
I mean, they kind of are.
Oh, God. I would like to vote for Daddy Cellar of Tears.
For what?
Bentham, we could...
I am in agreement that the iron to the west is a good place to go.
Daddy Cellar of Tears. Just say it, Bentham. It's okay.
Yeah,
But we could pull
I
the tracks
refuse
off
on principle.
next to the Fourth Reich and just go straight across and then up. There is copper there, so we'd be nearer. You know, there are other stuff.
We can just landfill. We can just keep extending the line to the west with landfill.
All right, I'll make some landfill.
It requires all of the stone, all of it.
Oh, how are we looking for stone? I haven't even thought about stone. We got no. That's
We need
not
to
a
start
lot
thinking
of
about
stone.
it. I'm
production is
currently
like-
running a belt back to the stone so we can have it on the main bus because we need it for purple science.
Okay, I'll start mining up. What should we call this?
Why are there random damaged belts here? What have you people been doing?
I haven't been doing anything. Wait, how do you how do you change weapons on the tank again? What button
Tab.
is that? Got it.
Okay, I'm going to
that's
start
what it was.
mining
Whoops.
Sheepy is rock hard.
Is that a newly named one? That's one I've not heard before.
I just named it.
Okay. You're supposed to be
this
better
just so
than Sheepy. This isn't an improvement at all.
Oh, train! Okay.
I don't believe he ever agreed to that. Wait, where is my rock hard?
Where is my rock hard?
I don't see the name.
Oh, was there something about batteries as well?
Oh, yeah, there's apparently... We set up a train to deliver batteries, but apparently you'd literally just loaded it manually with batteries at the other end. So it's now out of batteries, because it unloaded the ones.
Hi, Sheepy.
Hey, PJ.
So I will
Yeah,
fix
that one. That one really amused me because it included Bentham's shouting.
It included me going, Peachy! You didn't see, but I did the fist shake in the air. Important component. Can't miss it.
That is a very important component of the scream. The scream of anguish.
Oh, Bentham, did you see the Avengers trailer?
I did. It does look awesome.
Yeah.
All the Avengers trailers look awesome.
Although,
Kind of
like,
the point.
at the very end of the trailer, when they do the inverted commas reveal, I was like, really?
I mean,
Was that needed for a reveal?
did it need revealing?
No, I don't.
I just thought that was a given.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been talked about so much. I felt like, leaving it to the end where it's like, who the hell are you guys? And then they're like, hey, what's up? And it's like, yeah, no, they were always going to be in it, right?
I think there was a point where they weren't, and then the movie went well, so they were.
Yeah.
And there's the basic system. Right, there's now stone coming down the main bus. In about 3 years it'll arrive, and then we'll start having purple science.
Oh, okay, they're back,
Oh,
move!
hello. Oh, I see, Oh, you're fine, you're in a tank.
A little silhouette of a man?
There were huge blue worms.
Oh yeah, shoot them. They do a lot of damage.
Oh, I haven't seen the blue worms yet. Where is Sheepdog? Sheepdog! Ooh, not seen those ones before.
Well, the blue biters, I think, are new. The blue worms...
The spitters, those are some big spitters. You alright there, Sheepdog?
This isn't even their final form.
Oh, well, that's terrifying, utterly.
Yep, they decided that the blue biters weren't strong enough, so they made green ones, which are like 10 times stronger, and it's nightmarish. They did fix it, though. They rebalanced stuff in a more recent update and made them less horrifying to fight.
That's good. Oh, I've got cannon shells. When did that happen?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday!
Doesn't have the same ring to it, really.
No.
I keep getting attack alarms, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Sheepdog being attacked.
Oh, we don't
It's
care.
very important to know when I'm being attacked.
The stones arrived. It's doing the thing. I built this last stream, so I forget if it all works. I think it does, so we'll see.
There we go. That's the possible location of British spies. Turns out, not British. There we go.
Yeah, we should now slowly but surely be getting some purple signs. I probably need, like, a lot more furnaces doing this. Oh.
Okay.
Auto-saving.
Auto wash. Bentham.
Yes?
I am currently by Sheepy's Rock Hard. Where would you like a station?
I don't see Sheepy's Rock Hard.
It's to the west of the Fourth Reich.
Are you sure you actually...
just-
Oh, yeah. No, I see it.
I was going to say, I don't know if we need stone, but actually I think we do because the stone belt is looking crap, so... I'll just... Yeah, if we can just extend out the rail lines. In fact, I can remotely do this, sort of.
You can?
I'm gonna mess with your brain by bringing ghost belts to you.
Ghost belts. Do I
Oh,
have any
damn it, this
grenades?
isn't working how it's
Oh,
supposed
can
to.
we make...
Turn the...
Can we make those poison capsules yet?
Probably.
Yes!
Yeah, they're, like, really easy.
La, 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 la,
I can't
la,
get
la,
it to work properly, it's not lining up. Why?
la, la,
Why would you do
la,
this?
la,
Cool. I'm going to clear out all that forest.
Line up properly.
This is
all
the
the
most protective game of Factorio I've ever played. I want you to know that, Bentham.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sure thing, Sheep.
Ah, crap.
La 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 la.
Oh, you walked away, I can't see the map anymore.
Oh, okay. Damn it! I need coal. I'm coming up. I'm coming back up. Sheepy's rock hard.
Ghost building the rail network.
Guys, would you like someone to cheer you up?
Sure.
Oh my god. Right. Okay.
It's magic, don't question it.
Let me cheer you up. Okay, so Skyheart, the current head mod, the lead mod in my channel right now. It's telling me about how much EA shareholders have lost since the Battlefront 2 stuff.
Ooh.
3.1 billion.
That's nice. What's the percentage though?
I don't know.
It's important because
nice.
that might be nothing to them.
3.1 billion? That can't be nothing to anyone, surely.
I don't know, there's some crazy rich people out there.
Are you done? Can I go and get some coal now?
Yeah.
Okay. Where the fuck's the nearest coal? I need a car. Do I have one? No. Oh, I do have grenades, though. Fuck it, I'll do it with grenades. That won't destroy the ghost stuff you laid, right?
Where
Nope.
do you go after that, though? Like, as a company, it's like...
They carry on
everyone-
fucking exploiting people.
Really? I mean, do
Of
you...
course they do. It's EA. They've been doing it since their inception. Since they used to make Sega games.
Ghost placing is a real pain sometimes. I just want to have just a bend and then another bend.
Oh my. That's pretty lewd.
You blowing it up didn't even help. I was hoping that'd fix it.
God, grenades are amazing.
How do I... Can I rotate while it's... I can fix this. I can make it work. There we go. I have mapped out the entire thing. And now it's all clear as well. Awesome. At some point, I'll build that.
What are you doing over there, Sheepdog?
What? Nothing. What? What? What are you talking about,
What are you doing
Peachy?
over there? You're literally making things exist.
What, like God?
Why are you so far out? Like, you went past a bunch of bases.
I went for a walk, okay? Things happen.
You're literally making those things exist now, Sheepdog.
Well, I thought I'd look for iron.
We've got lots of iron.
Actually,
Well,
that's not a bad idea
for
because
iron, then?
it's not a bad idea because the further out you go,
Oh, God!
That's a big
bad
one,
idea.
Sheepdog. That is a big one.
the further out you go, the bigger the deposits are. So if you can actually find like a giant iron deposit with like 5 million iron, that'd be great.
That was kind of
5 million would be lovely right about now.
It's not impossible because we've
Oh my
got
God,
like
Blizzard,
coal with 4
Activision are
million.
up?
I did destroy a few
Oh my
bases.
God, there's a coal with 7 million in the south.
7 million.
Why is there so much coal? That's ridiculous.
Holy shit, that's a lot of coal.
Oh, actually, there's also the copper with 9 million in it. That's like right by the base. I feel like maybe I didn't get the settings right. Wait, no, it was Sheepy. It's his fault. I can blame him, even though he did exactly what I told him to do.
Damn it,
even
Sheepdog!
know if you were incorrect to blame him, to be honest.
You're probably perfectly right to blame.
Right.
Yeah, it was my fault, really.
Really, when it all comes down to it, it can all be traced back.
When you look at everything in totality, you're just like, wow. Come on, Sheepdog. The fuck?
Bentham, if you ghost place the station, will I be able to see where I need to put the loaders?
Potentially.
Oh, yeah, so...
I was looking for it on the
before-
map, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't see it till I zoom in. Whoops.
Yeah. So earlier today, when we were talking about when we wanted to start, I was talking to Bentham about shitty jobs.
All right.
And I was telling him how one of the jobs I worked, they would get us together at the beginning of the workday. We'd all stand up at our desks, and then we'd recite the speech of. Basically, like, we're all going to work well together today and do a good job, and we're going to, be honest and forthright. And I don't know what the fuck we talked about because
Jesus Christ, that's like some glorious leader bullshit.
But
It does sound like the worst thing.
But no jokes. There was a whole long speech that took about 3-4 minutes to read out, and instead of making us learn it, they just had a fucking. What's it called? It was like taped on the top of your desk. And do you know what job that was?
What was that job?
It was telemarketing.
Oh, sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I worked for God.
They had
worked
motivational posters.
Oh God, like hang in there and shit.
Sheepy worked in North Korea? Yeah, worked in North Korea.
I feel like having to, it being compulsory to recite a speech about doing a good job is just going to make you hate the universe.
Yeah. It did. We, and the thing I didn't talk about, until much, much later with my therapist. No, the thing I didn't talk about earlier was, the way we dealt with this kind of like, not really oppressive, just like depressing, soul-sucking company, was there's a number which occasionally people will ask for, that you can give to them to take them off the ringing list, the like list of people to ring. And like they had this really fucking arsehole cheaty way. If people said, "Can you take me off the list?" We were like legally allowed to not give them the list because they didn't specify what the list was called.
What?
Yeah, like there's a specific name for the list that they had to request being taken off. Basically,
that's dumb.
If they didn't ask for the specific list, we'd just say, "Oh, sorry, that you can't do that."
Well, at least you told them and didn't like say, "Oh yeah, we'll totally take you off the list that I've written on this desk in this last few seconds."
I mean, to be honest, I think they do actually have. They did actually tell us to say like, yeah, we'll take you off the list. But
they're not allowed to. You can't lie and say, "Yeah, we've taken you off the list" when they haven't taken you off the list.
Yeah, but if you make two lists. And one of them is literally just a list of names, and then the other one is the list of people you actually called, and you can It's stupid. It's like a 5-year-old thing.
Yeah, it really is. But me and my mate took the job at the same time, and we're hanging out with a couple of other people who also still had souls. So to deal with this whole like weird list thing, we just gave everyone the number. I think we got about 200 or 300 people off the list in the couple of weeks we worked there.
Nice.
We did also get fired, as I mentioned, but
doing God's work there.
Yeah. We actually turned calling people up into a game a little bit as well. We'd race to see who could get through the script the fastest without being hung up on. Yeah. For anyone listening, I don't know if it's really as much of a thing. It must be a thing still. But yeah, don't ever work in a place like that.
Just don't work in sales. It's fucking soul destroying.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, I think I've made the station. Now I need... do I need signals? No, I don't need signals. I need a train stop, and I don't have steel. God damn it, Sheepdog.
Sorry.
Somehow you're responsible for this.
Maris asked, was it Schindler's List? Jesus.
Sure. Why not?
Because that's a really poor taste joke. That's why not.
Oh, I'm at tits, maybe.
Where are you in your life? Tits, maybe.
Yeah, as you can see on this eastern side, I ran around a lot. Didn't find any iron really.
Oh God, yeah. There's just none. There's one patch that we can see like half of, and it's that seems there's a bit there.
We got little patches.
At least
Do
a million.
you want me to see how big it is, maybe, or is that how big it is?
It's a million miles away. No, it's showing what we can see, and it won't count what we can't. But I don't think there'll be a huge amount more there by the looks of it.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst place to grab it from.
You can go scout it if you want.
Technically, I did scatter a lot of biters about the place as I was driving through.
It's a bit concerning. that can sometimes lead them to setting up more bases. Actually, no, they can't because we're in Rail World, and that doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, I knew that as I was jet setting around the world. I have an intricate knowledge of Rail World, having created it.
Surely, buddy. You're doing it. You're doing it.
In 7 minutes, you created Rail World. First, you made the ground. Then you made the iron.
Then I made the Fourth Reich.
That was the 8th day. No one talks about that.
No, on the 8th day, the Reich was created.
Oh God. Is there any calls that are really memorable? Yeah, there are a few people who like threatened to kick my ass, and one of them was like a 50-year-old woman who was like literally so angry that she was just like, "If I find out who you are, I'm gonna kick your ass." I'm like, "I'm just doing a job."
Yeah, that's really like.
And she was like, "I don't care. You're enabling them." And I was like, "Am I though? I mean, you know, like I'm
someone else would do it if you didn't."
Yeah, and it's not like I was particularly good at my job. Like, you know, she could have had someone who was actually persuasive. Well. But like, I don't know.
How many body parts can you get in a conversation with customers? So that's the game that some of my chat used to play.
How many body parts?
Yeah. The more rude / obscure, the better. I assume you get more points for it.
Interesting. I never played the body part game, no.
I'm gonna fix these belts, they're weird. We keep, like, just hooking new bits onto them, and it's just making it messy. It is gonna mean there's no iron for a minute. But I'm sure they'll be fine.
I'm trying to figure out what I was playing that means I keep wanting to press tab to open my inventory?
Most games.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out which one specifically.
I gotta tell you, switching between Factorio and Space Engineers is just a nightmare.
I haven't.
Every
played Space
button is different.
For the longest of times.
So my chat is questioning if they're okay because they're in my channel right now.
That's
no.
supportive chat.
No, you're not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you this. You decided to be here, okay? You can't blame me for you being here. I did nothing.
Yeah, it's very much not Peachy's fault.
Oh, did we know that there's no coal down here?
Where? What are you looking at?
Where I am next to the.
Oh yeah, that's
copper.
been dead a while. That was a thing Sheepdog made.
God damn it, Sheepdog!
What did I make?
It's your defensive
Something
stuff
that
for the
doesn't
oil.
even sustain itself.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sustain itself. It was just, to power up. You don't need that many fucking bullets for just a small line of guns.
Yeah, but if
I just went in and took like 400
make
magazines.
lasers then.
Huh?
Make lasers then.
Well, Bentham was complaining about lasers, and he knows what he's doing.
That's debatable.
Which part?
Most of it.
That I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. No trains. Cross the rails. This is terrible. Oh my god!
What happens if a train hits a tank?
I don't know which one wins.
I don't want to find out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fine.
I am definitely
probably
sure about
results
that.
in one exploding. If you're lucky, it only results in both getting severely damaged.
Okay. I was just wondering if you die, if
We
you got
really
hit by
need,
a train and.
Crossings.
Yeah, but then you have to hire
make
crossing
those,
guards and.
Right, I've made a fancy balanced system for the iron. That might help.
Watch there be like 6 million iron just up here.
That is the thing. You never know when
iron.
there's another bit of iron just over the hill. Actually, the
away.
terrain is entirely flat here, but you get the point.
I think I may have, at this point, destroyed more trees than Saruman.
It's quite impressive.
I get it.
I'm just waiting for the Ents to turn up.
I mean, they should have turned up by now because I just grenaded a lot.
Did you see how long their meetings take? They talk for hours. Yes.
Well, they may talk for hours, but as soon as one of them shouts, they all just teleport to the forest right behind them.
True.
Right, there's more iron now, debatably.
Okay. I guess I just need to make loads of train tracks.
Does anyone want to bring a tank up here? Oh, by the way, guys, there's tank shells, explosive and otherwise, in the. I believe they're in the boxes by the tanks. If you want to take the tank shells out for a ride, for your viewers, of course. Although Bentham's viewers probably don't care.
Yeah, I got work to do.
I'm actually doing important stuff.
I doubt that.
Did you find any iron?
Sure, there's millions of iron somewhere.
Nope.
It's out there. There's a technically infinite amount of iron, we just haven't found it yet.
The truth is out there.
Wow, that looks big. Probably won't want to go that way. So, weirdly enough, I've been playing Football Manager 18.
That's
That is
the
pretty
Football
weird.
Manager series are actually really good games.
I know, but I hate football. I don't know why I enjoy the Manager series.
I mean,
I don't really like
management
football,
games
but I
are
actually like
generally
playing
fun.
FIFA.
Yeah, true. Wow. Worse than Saruman? I didn't say I was worse than Saruman. I fell off a tower.
Saruman for president.
I'm
That
not
would
that-
actually be an upgrade.
Depends which president you're talking about, mate.
Is it book Saruman or movie Saruman though? Because they were like different.
True. I was talking about movie Saruman.
Because movie Saruman just goes completely mad, but isn't book Saruman actually? He's got like an end game. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be totally evil, but then I will kill Sauron.
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of.
Except then he'd probably stay evil.
If you go into like the Silmarillion, I think that's what it's called.
Silmarillion or Silmarillion? I think it's Silmarillion.
Yes, Silmarillion or something like that.
I haven't read it.
Yeah, there's like a whole backstory on Sauron and Saruman and everyone.
There's also the thing that Denethor is much cooler in the
as
books than the movie, because in the movie he just goes mad, in the books he's...
I mean, Gimli as
awesome.
well. Like Gimli's basically the Jar Jar Binks of Lord of the Rings.
That's a bit harsh.
It's
wow.
Not really. Oh, interesting. Do I have? Well, no, I don't.
What am I doing here? I've just been looking at. I've been inspecting the factory because I've just got completely lost as to what I was doing. I guess I could work on logistics and construction bots. Yeah, let's do that. By the way, we can now do purple science. We got a whole bunch of... Oh, I was going to get furnaces. That's what I was here for. I don't want to alarm anyone. To get furnaces, and then I just inspected the furnace production like, yes, this is working well. All is good. Keep it up.
I think I just made a rail thing.
A rail thing?
Yeah.
Saruman turns into Saruman the multicolored and takes over the Shire.
Oh no, I didn't join this up here.
The station is in the wrong place.
What do you mean? How dare you?
The trains, our rail network is an anti-clockwise network. Trains would have to be moving clockwise to stop at that station.
Ah.
You might be able to just move it to the other side of the chests without moving the chests. Hopefully.
There. Oh, it's like one off. Why is it one off?
Bilbo and Frodo.
Like what?
Sorry, someone said Bilbo and Frodo leave that.
I'm guessing that was supposed to be a genuine comment about it, but he just spelled Frodo.
No, it just spelled Frodo wrong. But I
Bilbo and Frodo, a well-known chocolate frog.
I can't carry the ring for you, Mr. Frodo. But I can carry you.
What do you mean 20 pence, Mr. Frodo? British people don't tend to get outraged very often, but Toblerones and Freddos, that's what does it for us.
It's unacceptable.
Apparently.
How are we expected to live like this?
Okay, I've legitimately filled up so many boxes. Oh,
I'm ghost placing some signals.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm basically using you as a construction bot right now. I'm just ordering the construction of stuff and then watching you build it, because I'm up here.
The Overlord, Bentham.
I'm trying to gather electric furnaces so I can make a whole bunch of smelting. That'll do.
No,
and then I'm just going to remove some of the old furnaces and stuff.
So, okay, how about you guys? What was the worst job you've had? Actually, that probably wasn't the worst job I've had, weirdly enough, but...
Worst job I had was selling Kirby cleaners, without a doubt, without a shadow in my mind.
Kirby cleaners? Like cleaners that look like Kirby?
No. No, they're like very expensive, like metal construction cleaners. They cost like $2,500.
I found iron.
I worked there for a couple of months. I had so much money, but I couldn't sleep. It was fucking ugh. And you know that thing that you were talking about? Everyone says, "Oh, we're gonna have a good day today."
Yeah.
In the morning, you'd rile up all the salesmen. Oh, it was
Was
like
it
some
door to
weird
door
colour.
or
Oh, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Well,
You
like
know,
Wolf
with
of
the-
Wall
the-
Street.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
Wolf.
that?
Yeah.
Exactly like that. That is exactly what it's
Except for a lot more British and sad.
like. No, it was pretty much the same. It's quite Americanized.
Wow.
Just ugh.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yay, I'm back in my tank.
Salamander
Here in my
multicolored.
tank. I turn nothing at all. Yeah, was that door to door, Peachy, or Peachy?
I guess he's got a new sub or
Oh,
something,
yeah,
or
he got
a
some
new
bits.
follower or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Give him a second.
He's doing streamer stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Bentham? Is it the job you currently have, so you can't really talk about it?
I mean, I've never had like a really soul crushing terrible job.
Yeah.
Main issue at the moment is just being given work at zero notice.
Yeah, I mean that's always a bit of a pain, to be honest. Like,
Because it's just like a side thing. I'm basically just replacing someone who quit for a bit.
yeah, I've had instances where like I was working a job and people like ring me up and be like, "Hey, someone can't make it. Can you come in today?" And you're like, "Well, I can't really." And they're like, "Oh, so you don't like making money? You don't want the job that you currently have?" And I'm like, "No. I just want to work the times that I've already arranged to work." And they're like, "Oh, well, Mr. Fancy Pants is too good to work the." And you're just like, "Come on, man."
And that's where you say, well, fuck off.
No, because you need the money and you need the job.
See, this is why I can't do normal jobs, because I will just say, no, fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. I'm really bad. I'm really bad at that.
We don't have enough iron, and I'm trying to make more iron, but I need
There is
gears.
no iron anywhere.
I need gears to make the inserters to unload from the furnaces. But for that, I need more iron. Just gonna stand on this belt for a while.
Okay.
I've got like it's like just an instinct or whatever you call it, like a reflex. Just whenever I see the alarm button in the bottom corner to click it, and I've clicked it about 20 times so far, and every time it's just like, oh yeah, it's Sheepdog. He's out killing biters. That alarm's supposed to be there. I can't stop.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna put like some blue tack over that part of the screen.
I should do that with my engine check light on my Fiesta, because they always used to go off. And then the one time, my engine seized up because I didn't have oil in it. It's a bad time for me.
Right, I'm crafting 100 inserters, so maybe I'll actually be able to build something before I run out again. I nearly did it. The mouse moved, and then it was like, no, I can't.
I've actually managed to,
everything's fine. I don't need to panic. It's just tank stuff.
So, what was the worst job you've ever had, Sheepdog?
Well, you haven't even answered my question about your job yet.
I was probably muted when you asked me.
Was it door to door, or was it like call up?
Bit of both.
Did you ever go door to door with your Hoover and then get it answered by a lonely housewife in a 90?
Maybe.
Wait, really?
Maybe.
Did you ever get laid from selling Hoovers door to door?
I don't
Queen,
like this
sorry.
question anymore. What was your worst ever job?
I'd say just for hating the work I had to do, like the I don't know how to describe it. Just the pure essence of it is probably being a waiter. I hated waiting on people because they'd like click their fingers at you and like wave at you.
God.
And I just, like there was this is a perfect example of why I hate people. There was a dude who basically, I'm just actually going to jump out of this for this. There was a guy who saw the menu for the kind of pub restaurant I was working at, and there was a ham sandwich and a ham sandwich with mustard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the ham sandwich with mustard cost less than the ham sandwich because they were different sizes. What he decided to do was order the ham sandwich with mustard without mustard because it was cheaper than the ham sandwich. And I was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And he was like, gave me this really smug look, like, you know, "Sir, I know what I'm doing." And I was like, "All right, well, okay." So I brought him a ham sandwich with mustard without mustard, and it was smaller than the ham sandwich, and he complained. And I said, "Why did you think the ham sandwich with mustard that's cheaper than the ham sandwich would be as big as that? I mean, are you a fucking idiot?"
How did that go?
It's not a fucking life hack or anything like that.
I it's the sort of thing where you wish you could see his face at the moment that the plate was put in front of him. When
I was the one who put the plate in front of him.
He's just reveling in his glorious victory, and he's like, yes, that would make logical sense. I
should probably complain here to make myself look less foolish. Oh wait, that's not what complaining does.
But yeah, he asked for the manager, and then the manager was like, "I'm really, really sorry," and was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to apologize too." And I'm like, no. Like, there are some things I'll do for money and for this job, because I need it right now. But yeah. I'm not apologizing to someone who's so fucking stupid, and who thought he was outwitting a fucking menu, and then failed to outwit a menu.
In chat, we're having the worst job I've ever done is commissioned art, which I'm assuming is the non. You're not guaranteed to be paid because you're.
I'd say any form of like photography, art, or anything like that, where you do it for people. Like I've seen people with horror stories about how, like, you know, people will contact them and be like, "I'm gonna let you do art for my company, and the exposure you get will be enough in payment." And it's like, are you fucking serious?
I've done exposure for people because they were huge.
We're not talking about how you went to jail last time, Peachy.
Okay, I've done exposure for people because they were huge. But no, I'm not. No, okay. I gotta get paid.
Yeah,
it needs to happen.
People die of exposure.
Yeah. I had a friend
I use it every time.
I had a friend who was a photographer, and she was like, I did some stuff for exposure once, and then I never did it again because it's not worth it, and people are dickheads. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, like, the thing is, the next person, even if, like, by some miracle they do find you through the piece of work you've done, will then be like, I will also pay you an exposure.
Yeah.
But at some point, someone does have to pay you.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, you know, even if, like, say you make the channel art, right? For example, you make the channel art for a big YouTuber. Mm-hmm. What that YouTuber does for that exposure will maybe shout out if they're a nice YouTuber. More likely they put it in the description, which, let's face it, barely anyone fucking reads.
Yeah.
So the exposure you get is one person going, "Oh, that's who did that art. Cool." And you worked, you know, like 2 weeks on the entire fucking thing. It's just like, no. But okay, the worst job I ever had, just for pure, I don't even know how to describe it. It just sucked. Was I worked in a tire warehouse.
Oh, did that wear you out?
Well,
I didn't make the pun.
I know.
I skirted around the pun.
Yeah, you did. But you wanted to make the pun, except for you hate puns. So you were just
you put the pun out there as an option.
No, it was tires for giant trucks, and it was an entire warehouse full of them, and other trucks would come in to pick them up, and we had to go to the baskets for the orders, which were stacked like 30 foot high, maybe higher. And you had to like climb up and get all the individual tires. You know, there'd be like 3 tires from this place, 3 tires from this place, 1 tire from this place, load them all up on the trucks, and then just do that for 12 hours with I think it was an hour break, and it was 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I got paid a fuck ton of money considering it was when I was quite young, and you know, it wasn't exactly a demanding job intellectually or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking soul destroying because you'd work 4 days on and then 2 days off. So for 4 days, you'd work 12-hour shifts of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then for 2 days or so, you'd be off and sleep, and you know, trying to get your sleeping back. It was fucking hell. I found it.
What else we got coming in?
4.1 million iron.
Second line IT.
That's not too
NHS.
bad. I mean,
Never
look
do
where
that.
it is
a bit of a mile away, unfortunately, but it's achievable. We'll just go for the 2.2 in the meantime.
Work for Walmart. What about yours, Bentham? What was your worst job?
Well, I was saying to Sheepdog before that I haven't had particularly terrible soul-crushing jobs, really. Mostly it's been working for family businesses, because that's always nicer.
Or like the mob.
Yes, like I go around, I smash in shop windows if they don't pay.
Well, it gets you out in the air, I guess.
I've been stuff like working on houses and things.
Oops.
Probably, I think the worst day I remember is when I had to take down a ceiling in an ancient terraced house, where it was just like the ceiling was covered in like multiple inches of horrific plaster, like ancient plaster dust, and you just couldn't breathe. I would just have to run in, smash a bit of it, run out, and breathe again, or I'd die.
Jesus.
Oh, I have another bad one, actually. Why have I worked so many bad jobs? I worked in a I guess it was like a metal factory. I honestly don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It was basically, we made parts out of metal for like marquees and stuff like that.
All right.
And I worked as a metal sander. So I'd have a huge...
That doesn't sound fun.
What, were you stuck to a thing and just spun round constantly?
I mean, it was you know, like regular sanders.
Yes.
It was like that, but
like Bernie.
Big and industrial. And you had to, like, for about 8 hours a day, I'd pretty much non-stop be holding on to this thing, like sanding the edges and corners of like metal parts. At the end of the day, you're covered in like splinters of metal, and it's like in your hair, and you know, and like
nice.
sometimes it gets under your skin, and like proper splinter and everything.
Jesus.
And the worst part about it was at the end of the day, I couldn't unclench my fists. Like they were actually stuck in a fist,
in like the claw.
Yeah, and like literally, I don't know if you've ever done anything where that kind of thing has happened, but it is painful to straighten out your muscles. Like they're oh fucking. So that was a pretty bad job. I've had a lot of bad jobs.
Right, iron is better now, ish.
Sorry, you missed that. I work for loading vans for a company-to-company delivery firm. Black Friday's been a nightmare. Panox has a new job, which is to tell Bentham to remember the freaking walkie-talkies.
So in one of our Roll for It shows at the moment, it would like it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so it's set in 1997. So phones aren't that much of a thing yet. One character has a phone. And we got like a pager or whatever. And so far, none of us have thought to buy or make walkie-talkies. And I am blaming it on the fact that while it's set in 97, we are in 2017 and have forgotten walkie-talkies exist. And so repeatedly forget to actually consider making some to make it easier for us not to be murdered by vampires all the time.
So, question.
Answer.
No, for Bentham.
Oh.
Alright.
In this Buffy the Vampire game, what are you just like people?
It's like
the vampire hunters and stuff.
It's an alternate. It's like an alternate history. There's a different Slayer. They're called Layla, so the show's called Layla the Vampire Slayer. And so it's like, and it's set in the UK instead.
Oh,
sweet.
But it's the same sort of principle overall.
So you've got a Slayer, a witch, and a carpenter, and a librarian.
Not quite. We do have a Slayer and a
kind
witch.
of. Let me give roll for it a caster. They do good stuff.
We've got a witch and a Slayer, and then we've got a super scientist and a jock.
Okay. Who are you?
Who is inexplicably good at art. I'm the super scientist.
Wow. What, weren't you the super scientist in Peachy's Star Trek? I was just
the normal scientist.
I was just about to say Star Wars.
Oh, I made the mistake too. It's fine. Yeah, I was the normal scientist.
Fan, so.
I was the normal scientist in Star Trek.
Yeah.
In
your average genocide causing.
It was one guy. It doesn't count.
It wasn't one guy. It was an entire species.
It was
only
one
technically.
species, Peachy.
Everyone understood it, apart from you. Oh, that was a fun show, though.
As the chief medical officer, I had a duty to protect my crew members, and one of their lives was technically sort of in danger.
I like the needs of the many, the few question that the therapist asked you. You answered many, and then chose the opposite.
You phrased it in a weird way.
I enjoyed making that episode because you guys basically chose how the episode. It was like roll your own adventure kind of deal.
That was quite neat.
Oh, did you GM Bentham?
Oh, I did. I did a Stars Without Number one shot for some of my Patreon supporters.
Oh,
which was cool. I screwed him over.
Oh.
I tricked them all. It was great.
Would win between a tank and a train there. I'm actually going to be doing my first GMing of D&D 5e.
Yes.
And I told the story to Peachy, like what my plan kind of is, and I can't remember exactly how you phrased it, but it was something along the lines of me being a cunt.
No. A little.
I mean, it's fairly evil, but I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. I'll be over on Peachy Coaster's channel.
Yeah. Well, it was literally, us listening to a couple of the people in her voice chat complaining that they love RP, but they never get to do, pen and paper stuff. And I was like, I can do it. I've GM'd before. I don't think if anyone ever saw the show that I GM'd, the Void Barons, I don't think they'd ever accept me as a... It was a great show, like, people really enjoyed it, but it was, weird, I guess is the way to describe it. It went very off the rails, and,
Speaking of, we need more iron, so I'm going to start building some rails.
I'm clearing out the biter bases around the, I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
The fairly large iron that we were considering onto the...
I've made the stone station, and I was going to extend the rails up here to go up to Daddy's Cellar of Tears.
That's right. I'm clearing out biter bases around Daddy's Cellar of Tears. You know what's funny is when I made that note, I didn't consider the fact that my Twitch name is Daddy Sheepdog. So
yeah, that's
okay. Good.
Puts a different spin on it, I guess.
Implications.
Implicate.
There's a problem when you have 6 names.
Branding.
Says the guy with 2 names.
I literally have 1 name.
Yeah, Norman.
There's also a town called Bentham. And
is that where the Didcuts come from?
I have no idea. Was that a joke? I don't know if it's a joke or not.
It was kind of a joke, but mostly just for myself. Because nobody could possibly have the different amounts of information in the same order in their brain that I do.
Yeah, I don't know what you were...
Okay, so... There's a town called Didcut.
Yes.
Okay, and this is where I'm extrapolating from. Didcut is also... what they... You know when you get your rail ticket punched? You know the circles that get punched out?
Right.
That's a Didcut. And there was a member of the royal family who, instead of confetti, had Didcuts. And that's all the information that went together to make that joke in my head. You're welcome. You are more than...